Hey everybody, my name is Alexandr Misko. I'm a musician and a guitar player from Russia, and welcome to the virtual NAMM show 2021, and this is Baton Rouge Guitars presentation. I'm trying to be super official now, but actually I'm a little bit nervous because I don't do this internet things often, so if I'm gonna be mumbling or saying something stupid, I'm really sorry for that. I'm gonna be trying my best. So, before we start, and actually today we have something so cool, something so interesting to reveal, and I can't wait to show you. I just want to say thank you all guys for tuning in. Thanks a lot to Baton Rouge Guitars for having me today, and yeah, it's just great to see that the NAMM show is still going on, and that we can still hang out with all of you guys, even though virtually. So yeah, let's start. I have something here on the left, and this is the guitar. This is Baton Rouge guitar, the first Baton Rouge guitar I got, I think, in 2017, and since then we have been working together. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this instrument so you would get a better understanding what has changed since this time when I was playing this guitar. So yeah, this one is pretty special because I recorded lots of music on it, lots of videos, I played lots of shows, and you can see it's all scratched everywhere because of my weird techniques. It has John Gom's signature, lots of pickups, weird tuning pegs here, and we're gonna be talking about them a little bit later. So yeah, as you can see, even though it's still pretty much like a normal guitar, it has lots of little modifications and tweaks that make it special, because with each and every year I've been having more and more ideas how to modify it to better accommodate my ever-changing needs for my music. So I'm really thankful to Baton Rouge Guitars for actually doing a new project with me, doing the project that we finished just lately, and that's what we're all here for. So I'm gonna show you the special Alexandr Misko signature guitar that we have been developing together with Baton Rouge for a long time, and now it's finally ready. And yeah, let's see how it looks like. And yeah, just one little secret more to reveal. All this thing that's going on now, it's not really a live recording, it's not like a live streaming, because I've been doing that at home before the show, so it's all pre-recorded, it's all fake, but still, I'm here, I'm just watching this broadcast with you, and I'm ready to reply to any questions you might have, just in the text form, so feel free to ask me anything during the way. So yeah, let's jump back to it. So now, it's time! Epic music starts playing, and I'm revealing the Baton Rouge Alexandr Misko signature guitar prototype. And that's the one. Hey! So let's just have a quick look at all the sides of it, because there are lots of weird things going on here. So, we started to work on the ideas for this guitar I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, and then by April 2020 it was finished, but the problem is that I just couldn't see my guitar properly because it was built in Munich in Germany, and I still cannot travel to Germany even by now because of all the restrictions. So I just had to wait, and then we decided not to do that any longer, and Baton Rouge guitar guys were kind enough to send it to me over all the way to Russia, so I could just check and see if it even works. And that's why there are no pictures, no videos for that guitar available, nothing, because I literally got it 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm still exploring it. I still have no idea about all the possibilities that I can do with this instrument. So it's very unique to me, and we're gonna be exploring it together with you guys now. And the most important thing that I'm happy about is that despite all this short experience of me playing and exploring this guitar, it seems and it feels like all the ideas that we wanted to accomplish within this guitar, they worked out. So the guitar works, it's playable, and that's something that I was so concerned about. But yeah, thanks a lot to Baton Rouge guitar guys, and especially to the luthier Stefan, who was in charge of make it all possible. And yeah, it's still a prototype, it's not the finished product. I mean, we're still like figuring out things, and probably some things are gonna be fine-tuned, but in general it's ready to use, and I'm really happy about it. So yeah, lots of blah blah blah. That's I think usually when people review guitars, they need to play something, right? So just quick fine-tuning of the tuning. And yeah, let's just start with beautiful chords first. Yeah, everybody loves beautiful chords. Let's add some drums. And some dramatic ending. Let's start with the body size, because as you can see the guitar is quite big and quite fat, and this body size is called jumbo, and for me it was the only option because in percussive fingerstyle, and this weird subgenre of modern guitar playing, we really love to use percussions and all sorts of drums imitating the full drum kits. So we have like low sounds, kick drums, high sounds, hi-hats, and they all going on together. So like something like that. And turns out that the bigger the body, the better resonance for all of that. So it means that your kick drums sound lower than on a regular sized guitar, and that your tom-toms are more pronounced and projected. So it's just for the sake of drumming. And yeah, and regarding the wood specifications, we have Sitka spruce here, which is pretty much a normal option for an acoustic guitar. Rosewood rosewood sides, which is also something common. And here we have something interesting. This is walnut, and so this guitar has like 3 types of wood combined within it, and that's something unusual. And the reason for that is just because all of my previous Baton Rouge guitars were having Sitka tops and rosewood sides, and I was pretty happy with that. But then also I found out about some guitars, some other brands that were having walnut on the back, and I was thinking like, why not to combine it, because the walnut turns out to sound pretty well as well. Okay, so here comes the unplugged test. So yeah, and let's talk about the neck, because the neck is very unique here as well. As you can see, the frets are so crooked. This design is called fan frets, and again, I started to play like fan fretted guitars a couple of years ago, and I quickly realized that that was the only option for me, because I play in very low tunings. Now we have like an A sharp here on the low string, but also I can go like to G sharp or even F sharp, so it's like super low. And I really wanted to make sure that the guitar stays in tune, that it's stable, and fan frets allow you to do all this weird low tunings, because the lower strings are way longer than on a regular guitar, and it means that the tension stays stronger when you tune them lower. So that's why it just stays in tune better. It's not super floppy, and the notes stay in tune as well. They don't get like bendy when the strings is too floppy. And the top strings are a little bit like shorter than on a regular guitar. It's a shorter scale, but it's not that important as the lower strings, because usually here you go super low. I love the word low. And also, as you can see, there are lots of frets. Like they go all the way almost to the middle of the sound hole. And actually, let's count. Here's the 24th fret. Oh yeah, that's the 24th fret, then the 26th and 27th. Yeah? No, I cannot count. It's 24th, 25, and 26th. So yeah, the 26 frets on this guitar. And the thing is, that was another obvious choice for me, because in fingerstyle we really love harmonics. Fingerstyle is all about harmonics, and the harmonics of the 19th fret on the 24th fret are super common, and moreover, most of the time you have to jump between them, like playing stuff like. And the thing is, the 24th fret on all the guitars I had before were just floating in the air. There were no like frets so you could see the point of it. You just need to know and learn where it is, and you just have to feel this point. It's not a problem. I mean, it's not something very problematic, but still, I was just thinking that if there's gonna be frets, then I would just minimize the option of missing the harmonic. So that was the only reason for that, and I'm really happy about it. And also it turns out that now I can better see the point of the 27th fret, which is just here, right in the middle of the sound hole. And yeah, just I wasn't expecting that, but maybe I could just use it somehow. And that's it for the frets. Let's talk about the headstock. And you can see the headstock is a little bit asymmetric here, so this side is bigger. And it's made this way because we wanted to have the strings as straight as possible when they go to the tuning packs, just to keep the tuning better, and I'm gonna tell you why a little bit later. And also, as you can see that all the strings are getting wounded in one direction, so they don't go like this, but instead they all go like this. And the reason for that is just because I'm using banjo packs, and these banjo tuning packs, they are actually banjo detuners, and it means that I can do all these nice cool tricks like stuff like that, and I can do that with any pack. So it's not because I have a perfect pitch. I don't have. It's just it's the easiest trick here, because you can set the high note with the screw, and then you can set the lower note with another screw, and then the pack just goes in between these two positions, and you never miss a note. You can retune your guitar without even playing the note, which is super cool. But then we come to the most important thing here, the tuning stability of the guitar, because we have this weird bridge here, as you noticed. And I was thinking like, okay, I can retune the guitars here in the headstock, but what if I would be able to retune guitars here on the lower side as well, on the bridge? And that's the problem, because it's something that, for example, Michael Manring has on his hyper bass, but that's a bass, it's a different story. And actually, this idea was inspired by him and his music. But before we go to that, for an acoustic guitar, when you retune strings all the time, it means that the tension changes. So the neck is moving and the body is moving a little bit. It's something that you cannot see, but it's there. And it makes the guitar go out of tune. And that's why when you change the tuning like drastically on a regular guitar, you have to fine-tune all the strings for a minute or so, just to make sure that the guitar is getting used to the new tuning. And obviously, if I would wanted to do some crazy tuning changes, we would have to minimize this imperfections, and that's why we wanted to build a very sturdy guitar that would be able to keep up with all these tuning changes. So that's why we have a 3-piece neck here, which makes it more stable, and also there are carbon fiber rods inside of it. And the cool thing here inside of the body, you can see there are 2 tubes, and these tubes are not for water. They are actually carbon fiber tubes that make the body inside more stable as well. So the whole guitar is pretty sturdy as well. It's pretty heavy, but it all has to be done this way to make sure you can use all the tuning options. So about the bridge, and what's the most important about it is that this one is called Hipshot Trilogy Bridge. It's something that's been developed, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, but it's never been popular, maybe because it's very specific. And the thing is with this bridge is that you have levers for every string that you can set, and it means that you have like your normal tuning here. For example, it's A sharp on the lower string, then you can tune it lower to G sharp just with the flip of the switch, and then even lower to F sharp, and it's all presetted, and then going all the way up. Cool, right? And you can do that with every string and with any like string combinations. And what's even more cool is because I have two different tuning systems on both sides. So it means that I can play a note here, like for example C sharp, then it's gonna be C, then it's gonna be A sharp, and then it's gonna be G sharp here. So I have like 4 retuning options per string, which is like crazy to think about. You don't even need to play anything anymore. You just have to. You just can use all the levers, and you already can make music with it. Oh, that was out of tune. You have to know the right order of things. That's very important as well. So yeah, this is the tuning system. I think that's the most interesting thing about this guitar. But now let's talk about pickups a little bit, because I'm using lots of pickups inside of my guitar, because my philosophy is more about is leaning towards electric guitar playing, because I kinda don't really like how acoustic guitars sound like acoustic guitars. I really I always wanted to enhance my sound with pedals, with effects, with all the crazy tricks that you cannot do with a regular acoustic guitar. So that's why how the guitar sounds acoustically was never a priority to me, which is weird, but that's true. I play guitar unplugged only, I don't know, at home practicing, but I never play on stage like that, or I never record things just with an acoustic guitar without any electronics. So that's why I'm surprised so much that this guitar, despite all this reinforcements and weird things that going on, it still sounds good. It sounds great. I'm so surprised with that I'm actually enjoying how the acoustic guitar sounds acoustically, which is something very new to me. That's a new experience. But still, nevertheless, I'm not going to be playing a guitar like that acoustically. That's why there are so many pickups inside, and I have this my Mrs. Kudos pickup here. That's the magnetic pickup with a microphone inside, so there are 2 channels. Also, I have right side percussion here. It's like piezo heads that just glued inside of the guitar around this zone, so I can isolate scratches like that. There's the same thing going on the left side. Again, more piezos to isolate scratches on the left side, and they all panned to the left and right. So if you listen to that in your headphones, the left side scratches go to the left and the right side go to the right. And I'm going to show it to you a little bit later, because now the guitar is obviously unplugged. So then also have 2 pickups for kick drum. They are here and here. Oh, sorry for the middle finger. Here and here. That's the kick drum pickup that reinforces and separates the signal for the kick drum, so I could control it separately. And yeah, I think that's it. Just 5 signals. But the coolest thing about it is that on my previous guitars I had to have like lots of cables coming out. But here we came up with something super unique that's actually inspired by a great Finnish player, Petteri Sariola, because he's having something similar to that. So we have an XLR here, and you just put this XLR. Oh, wrong way. I'm still learning, guys. Sorry. Yeah, this way. So yeah, just an XLR cable. It's very like thin one, so it's not problematic at all. But then on the other side of this XLR, we have this box. So it comes to this box, comes in here, and then this box is actually a splitter. So here we have all the signals that I need. Now it's 5 of them, but maybe they're gonna be 6 because I still have like one signal unused. So and from this you have all the mono cables, mono jack cables coming out that you can put into your pedals, into your mixers. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, and here comes the plugged in test.
So that's the coolest part, because before that I had to run like I'm gonna show you, it's here. I had to run this cable. it's like crazy. That's the cable. And it's like it's all the cables made by Klotz, by the way. So I really recommend this cable. It's been with me all over the world and it's still alive. So yeah, just 5 cables in one, and it weighs like 5 kilos around that, which is like crazy. And now I can finally get rid of that and just use a nice XLR. The only problem that if it breaks, then I cannot be plugged in anymore, but that's why you just have to have like 2 of them with you, which is not a big deal, I guess, because the cable is very light. It's not like 5 cables in one.
Okay, guys, and now it's time for some fast rapping in Russian. Yo! Это мастер флоу. Мой потом стопудово будет, уверяю, до конца. И не буду было, чтобы не было того, что ты потом на панике, паник, страх в глазах. У тебя, видимо, минимум посылов по теме, но в этом батле, наверное, победу мы не поделим, потому делать тебе нечего на батле, вылет обеспечен, делал выводы, тебя уверенно, другом вверх. Okay, thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure, and hope you enjoyed it. My name is Alexandr Misko. Check out Baton Rouge Guitars, and see you soon. Yo!